Says they're
They're
not
where?
there.
Yeah, it says they're not there. SF Kim Rush, Mr. Jack Goldman. Mr. Scott should be along shortly. He texted me just a minute ago. If he's going to come in, that is. Mr. Goldman says he's at work. Is there anyone out there? Hello, hello. Hey, it says I'm live on YouTube.
Yeah, it came up, told me that too.
Does it think I don't know? I mean, it's weird. 3 people, 2 people.
I'm here.
Somebody come in and see me like, hell no, I ain't, no. Hello, SF Kim Rush. Good to see you, buddy. Mr. Jack Goldman from Marion, North Carolina. He is at work this evening.
We can put up your bands.
Yeah, we'll do that later. How many more days of work left, Mr. Jack, if you're still here? There's the Bass Man. Angry Leprechaun, good to see you. Good evening, everyone. The reason we are here live on our channel, Tiny Numismatics, is because Mr. Kevin is traveling to the Michigan show, a show there in Michigan. I can't remember the letters. He's told me 2 or 3 different times that I could. Michigan State Numismatic Society show, I think, or something like that. Anyway, he's like big. He's a big deal in that organization. He's the webmaster and vice president or something and something. He's an important guy in the old Michigan numismatics community there. I'm really impressed. Really am. And it takes a lot to impress me. I mean, even Bassman doesn't impress me all that much. Just kidding.
I'm not very impressive.
I'm not very impressive. Yes, you are too. Yes, you are too. You're an impressive guy.
It's amazing how many days I can go without sleep, but
see, I don't know if that's impressive or empathy for you or sympathy. Go to sleep, damn it. Go to sleep. Oh, so how you feeling without no sleep, Bassman? Are you hallucinating yet?
No, yawn a lot.
Yawn a lot. You're close to hallucinations. If you start yawning uncontrollably, you're getting close. Trust me, you're getting close.
That'll be good. I'll have something to look forward to.
Yeah. Purple monkeys and elephants with.
Oh, he's got the end of June, but he's got 10 days to take off.
Well, can't beat that. Cannot beat that. That's going to be nice. Well, since there are some folks coming in, let's go ahead and we said hello to Mr. SF Kim Rush. We said hello to Mr. Jack Goldman from Marion, North Carolina once again. Hey, look, it's me saying hello to Mr. Jack and SF Kim Rush. We got the Bass Man saying hello to SF Kim Rush. Angry Leprechaun, hello again, saying good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir. Baby Huey 123, good evening, Tiny and Bassman. Good to have you. Yeah, fam. She's curled up on my bed like a fox. Right. She's nose to tail. That's good. You can see the finish line even closer. The last days, the end of June, but have 10 days of vacation time to use. You know what I would do? I would skip a day. 1 day on, 1 day off. 1 day on, 1 day off. 1 day on, 1 day off. Just to mess with the person that does the scheduling. Don't wait until the end of your time and say, I'm just going to take the last 10 days vacation.
I don't remember what the max for the state was. The max days.
Uh-huh.
But I had my max number of days And then I had time that I had to work, like because when I would have to come in at night and stuff, they'd let
Uh-huh.
me off for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I had all kinds of time
That's good. That's
when it
good.
came to when I got disabled. They sent me home and paid me. Well, while I was here, my 10 years came up.
Ah, gotcha.
But I had to go to work. I had to go back to work for a few days at one point because one of the secretaries, the actual receptionist
Oh yeah, I remember
at
this.
the main office wanted to get off, wanted time off. I mean, wanted to work from home too.
The receptionist, the one that takes care of, you know.
The one who takes care of the two bosses and of the office and doing their filing and stuff and ordering things and answering the phone, but she wanted to go home and work.
Since you got to work from home, she wanted to
Yeah,
work from home.
because I got to. I
Yeah,
told the boss, I said, tell her that that'll be okay if he can call her at 11:30 at night and tell her he needs something by 5 o'clock in the morning, like they do me.
right.
And when I was working from home, I wasn't getting the extra time.
Right.
If I worked at night, I worked at night.
Mm-hmm.
When I was going to the office every day, if I had to work at night, they gave me time off.
Yeah, you getting that time and a half then.
No, well, they didn't. They just gave me time, but still, it was better than getting nothing because
Oh, okay. Time towards like your vacation time and stuff.
yeah, just time off.
Oh,
Just like if
gotcha.
I work an hour that night, I got an hour off later.
Well, that's
And
not bad at all.
that way they didn't have to pay overtime and stuff. And so that's the way they worked it. Well, the problem is if you're a supervisor, you can't do that.
Right.
Only I was a supervisor, but I wasn't going in as a supervisor because I
Ah,
would go in at night to fix things, as a programmer.
right.
And so they just, would give me time off for any work I had to do like that. Well, when I started working from home, I didn't get that. And I bet you there was in just a couple of weeks, there was 4 or 5 times that he called me at 11:30 at night, wanting something to give to the press by 5:30 in the morning. They wanted reports run that would tell how many people were the absent parents of, whatever, and wanted all that done and done by 5 o'clock in the morning. But she wanted to work from home.
Work from home. I like what I like what
I
Angry
told her if I
Leprechaun
got
did.
some filing to do, I'll call you and you do it.
Check this out, Bassman. Angry Leprechaun says, before we became big corporate, I used to stockpile my vacation and take every Friday off from Labor Day to the end of the year, 3-day weekends. That's smart. That's smart.
That's kind of
Good
what
on
my
you.
brother did. Only he did that, and he also took deer season off. He always had deer season off because he had so much time.
Right. I
My
used
brother,
to
my
oh,
little
go ahead.
brother worked at a college
Gotcha.
over the whole maintenance system of the college.
Yeah.
Including lining the football field.
Gotcha.
He did everything. All the college came in and started buying every apartment in town, every rent house, everything. They're just going through buying property like wildfire to put students in.
Yeah.
And he was in charge of those, all
Oh,
those
wow.
apartments and stuff,
Wow.
getting them lined up and fixed and furnished. And
I used to help them set up Walmarts. Like we would go in whenever a new Walmart would open up.
mm-hmm.
And well, I did it for two. Went in when Walmart set up and would help set up the store and then work in one of the departments to get the department going.
Yeah.
Well, people started noticing that I never shopped at Walmart, that I never shopped there. I would always bring my own food, bring my own drinks and everything. And they asked me, why don't you just, go to the deli and get something to eat or get a pop from here? I was like, because I work here. Well, they didn't understand. I was like, okay, think of it this way. If you work here and then you're buying stuff from here, you're working for free.
Oh, you're self-employed.
You're self-employed. I said, you're working for free. How do you get that? I said, okay, think of it. You get paid, let's say you get paid $100 a week. You spend 30 of it during the week to get stuff to eat, right? And they're like, yeah, that's about right. I was like, so you're only getting paid $70 because 30 of that dollars next week is going to go right back in Walmart's pocket.
Well, the thing about it is, though, you'd have to spend $30 somewhere else to get it all. But
but you're not working for free.
Yeah. Well, I understand what you're saying, but still.
Yep. I said everybody's time is worth something, and your time is limited. And I tell people that, like I'll see somebody buying something at a gas station that works there. It's like, why don't you just bring your own stuff? Because it's so convenient. I was like, yeah, but you're working for free. No, I'm not. I get paid. I was like, yeah, but you get paid $6 an hour and you just bought $7 worth of stuff. You just lost $1.
Yeah. My mom and dad were managers of burger chefs at one time. And they would let the people that worked for them, they could get something to eat and drink.
Yep.
From there. And well, they liked that,
Yeah.
They thought that was be great. Free food. And then pretty soon they're bringing their lunch. They got tired of it every day.
You can almost, you can get tired of that free food real quick. Sold my soul to the company store. Absolutely. Especially in West Virginia where we live. And well, it was that way in Ohio and Pennsylvania and parts of New York and Virginia, down into Kentucky and Tennessee. The coal mines back in the day, back in the 30s, well, since the start of the coal mining industry, up until like the late 40s, mid 50s, the company would give you what they call script, which is company made money.
Mm-hmm.
The company would have a store on the property because the company owned the house you lived in. They just let you live there because you worked there. So the company owns your house. The company has a store that you have to shop in because they give you the script, which is their currency for your pay. So you want to talk about working for years upon years for free? I mean, of course, yeah, you'll get stuff for it, but that is working. That's like horrible labor right there.
And
I still have some of that.
They can charge anything they want.
They would. they would charge a lot more.
Right. And
Like a
you can't spend that script anywhere else.
nope, just at that store.
That's
Yeah, because it's not money. I still have some of the script
yeah.
from the coal mine. Actually, I did a video on it. It's something about my mom's or my grandmother's coin collection that my mom showed me, and I did a couple videos on it.
Hmm.
It shows a coin that is coal script. It says the name of the coal company on it,
Yeah.
and it says the denomination of it. Like I think it's like a dime or a nickel or something like that. But back in the 30s and 40s, a nickel bought you a meal and a half, easy. Yep. But yeah, those back in the day, man, they had it rough. I mean, you were, all joking aside, when you were born late 50s, so 60s and stuff, you guys still had uh which people like back in my day, a nickel would buy you
Yeah.
a moon pie and an RC cola and a bag of chips.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but with today's money, it's the same as a nickel was back then. A nickel back
50,
then was like
50
$4
cents. You could go to the
today.
movie. Yeah.
Right.
And the last place I saw one of those nickel Coke machines, on the main drag through town, there was a place that did the car inspections,
Nice.
and he had one in his uh, garage there, and he
Nice.
refused to take it out, and so he was loading it with. I guarantee you, the man had to be losing money
Oh, he had to have
because
been.
he was buying them and putting them in there and selling them for a nickel or dime or whatever it was still. And,
That's cool.
but he hung on to it for a long time.
My mom and dad, when we lived in Eleanor, West Virginia, when my dad was one of the company presidents of U-Haul, he bought from one of the vending machine companies that had them setting out beside the building.
Yeah.
Like, we would drive by the vending machine place and we see all the vending machines lined up outside.
Mm-hmm.
Well, come to find out, those were the ones that they were sending off for scrap metal, for junk that didn't work or whatever. Well, one day my dad seen an old Dr. Pepper machine that had the glass window in it that you opened up,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a dime.
That's what the guy had. That had you pull the door open and grab the end of the bottle and pull.
Well, yep. And my dad stopped there and said, "What do you want for that old Dr. Pepper machine?" And they said, "You can have it if you get it out of here." My dad went back to work, got a U-Haul truck, which he could use for free. And we went and we picked it up. And I was like 6, 7 years old. And I remember that Dr. Pepper machine sitting right beside our pool table in the pool room at our house. And there were always like birthday parties and stuff going on at our house. And because my brothers and sisters, being older than me, would always have birthday parties, and their friends would come over for like during summer break and stuff. And there was always something going on at our house. We were that house where something was always going on. You know what I mean? And they would come in and, bring their dimes and pop one in there and pull out a pop, and my dad wouldn't just put Dr. Pepper in there because, the Dr. Pepper is in the same bottles as Coke and Pepsi. But yeah, that machine worked from the get-go. The guy told him, so yeah, it works and everything. We just can't put it nowhere. You can't change the mechanism in it to take no more money. So, bigger denominations, because all it would take was dimes. So, yeah, we had a Dr. Pepper machine. I don't ever know what happened to that. I think my dad sold it whenever my mom and dad got a divorce.
Read that last thing down there from Coin Stuff.
In Virginia City back in 1875ish, a drinking establishment would charge 20 cents for 2 beers. But if you paid a quarter, they kept the change. Then the Nevadians pushed through the 20-cent piece. That's right. Absolutely.
There you go with that nickel.
Yeah, get the nickel back.
I need come over to my house. I got trimming you can do. Says he's through doing his major pruning. I got some pruning. I got a lot of it. I can't do it.
All you can handle. All you want and more.
I keep threatening to go out there and do it. My wife keeps grabbing me as I go out the door. You can't come do that.
Get your ass back in here. What do you think you're doing?
Yeah, he's a pro. I'm a pro at it too, but right now they won't let me do it.
Yeah.
Well, I can't imagine how bad my chest would be hurting if I went out and started clipping limbs.
Now, I'll tell you this. Just think of this. Just think if you wouldn't have had that surgery and she turns you loose outside, what would happen to you? That's what you don't want to think about.
I clear the yard in no time. But
clear the yard in no time.
That's not the problem, because I take a lawnmower and treat it like a bush hog. But the problem I've got is my chainsaw's in the back of my truck not working, or probably won't work.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a little handheld chainsaw that came with 2 batteries, and I can only use one of them because the other one doesn't fit the charger. And then I've got cutters, that you clip with. Well, I can't do that motion with my chest.
Can't do that.
Yeah, can't be doing that. And so
you can't be doing this. You can't be doing that. Can't be doing this on that 0 turn you got.
No. I probably could do the 0 turn, but right now we can't find the key to it.
Well, shoot.
I got to go down there and see. My son mowed last year, and he had the tendency to put the key down wherever he put the key down when he got done. I found it in the lawnmower. I found it, on the fireplace.
Yeah.
So
first place you stop when you go in the house, there it lays.
Yeah. They never put anything back in the same place twice. And so
that keeps you on your toes. That's motivation.
Yeah.
Is what that is. That's that's not.
I mean, I've got an extension cord and I can never find it to use it because it's never in the same place.
Like I said, keeps you on your toes.
All I heard was, get me a weed eater, get me a gas weed eater, get me an electric weed eater. I got an electric weed eater. He used it one day for about 10 minutes, put it down, and hadn't touched it since. Yep. There you go.
That's one of them cordless deals too, wasn't it? One of the big battery things.
Yeah, 40 volts or whatever electric.
45 volts or 48 volts.
I think it's got a battery. That battery weighs a ton. I couldn't use it right now.
Got the grades from Annex on the 3 Ike double dies that I submitted. 71 Denver, 72 Type 3, and a 72 Denver. Nice. I'm gonna have to go back through. I mean, I've watched them all. Your Ike videos and stuff. By the way, if you're lurking back there, because there's only a couple people talking and they're not talking very much, but Coin Stuff I Like is a good channel. Very, very informative. There is a reason. And it's not because he's pretty, because trust me, I've seen this man. It's because he's a good guy, for one. For two, I believe in his channel. And for three, the videos he makes are very, very informative. If you want to know about Ike dollars, CC denomination coins, big stuff that's going on with the mint, like the sales figures and stuff for the major releases, not each and every release, but the major ones that people are really looking at, Coin Stuff I Like is your guy. And like I said, there's a reason that in every description for like the last year, if not longer, his channel is on my main page on YouTube. Like if you type in my name, Tiny Numismatics, and my page pops up and you go down to the bottom where it says, down at the bottom where it says channels to check out, his is right there. So is C Griller Stackers and the Durbans and Bassmans and Mr. Kevin's. Those are the only channels that I push on a normal basis. And in every description of every video I make, his channel is down at the bottom of the description too. So Tiny doesn't live in a glass house when it comes to looks. Buddy, I tell you what. If
thank goodness he doesn't live in a glass house. We can see him.
Yeah.
Through the wall.
Man who lives in glass house should change clothes in basements. Hear me? Mm-hmm. Oh, you ain't got to thank me, buddy. Thank you. Very, very good friend of the channel is Mr. Wiles Palladino. If you remember Wiles Palladino, that's Coin Stuff I Like. Really good guy. Really good guy. And he's going to meet C Griller Stacker. I mean, you got to be a hell of a guy to travel all the way to Oregon to talk to that guy. Where is C Griller Stacker? Tiny, you're missing out on the best channel with no content. Mine. Go over subscribe to SF Kim Rush just for S's and G's. What are they going to do when all of us handsome fellas get together at Ruby Tuesdays? They're liable to shut that place down. Because they'll have to, because nobody will come in to look through the windows and see us all. I ain't going in there. Look at that group of guys over there. What are they doing? You want to talk about a handsome fella? This guy over here. Mr. Kevin's the brains. I'm the brawn. Bassman's the looker.
Well, it's easy, but I got you too.
No, you said it all when you said, well, that was it. That's all you had to say. Well.
There you go, Kim Rush.
There's SF Kim Rush's channel. No content with subscribers. I'm going to go subscribe right now. Where's it at? Here we go. YouTube. Going to YouTube. It always feels weird when I search my own name on YouTube. Going to the live stream. It's going to echo. I know it is. Echoing.
It is to you.
I paused it before.
It's probably not bad to us.
Coin Stuff I Like. Jack Gallman. SF Kim Rush. That's right. Mr. Jack Gallman also has a good channel. You need to go over and check him out. SF Kim Rush has 8 subscribers. We could do about 15 before the day goes over. I subscribed and I pushed all notifications. There you go, SF Kim Rush. You'll be getting a little message there on YouTube that I subscribe to. With that endorsement, I might increase from 8 to who knows how many subs. That's what I'm saying. We could get you probably 15. Pretty good, pretty quick here. Frostbite Coins. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. It won't be anything like you speak the truth, sir. Uh, Frostbite Coins is a good channel, folks. You need to go over and check him out. Very informative. Puts out a lot of content. A lot of content. Very good content. Does live streams a lot. Is starting to do some of the more realistic look for these coins type videos. You know, he's the kind of guy, he'll tell you, you know, there's a 1943 copper cent out there somewhere, but he'll let you know that you're not going to find it. That's what I like. That's what I like. So good on you, Frostbite. Real good on you. Frostbite Coins and Collectibles. There is his channel information. Yes, Frosty series on the commemoratives is awesome. Yep, I've seen some of those. Like I say, Frostbite, I watch all your videos. I give you a thumbs up. I give you the watch hours. I'm the worst for not commenting. I really am. I don't know what it is. I just comments slip my mind, and then I just don't go back and do it when I do. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to do better. Just dropped a contest for a Merc dime. Nice. That's cool. Washington State Jags fan. Good to see you. In case you folks are looking for Mr. Kevin in the auction tonight, I'm so sorry. Mr. Kevin is traveling. He is traveling to the Michigan State coin show this evening. So there will be no auction. But we do have a couple buy it now if anyone is interested. Let's see. Watched a couple recent videos from Old Raleigh Shop today. Freaking awesome. Variety Master. He's got coin stuff I like for sure. Yes. Old Raleigh Shop is another good channel. OLDE Raleigh Shoppe. SHOPPE. Good channel. Had a video out where it was a mint set grading that I can't remember the mint set right off. But it was the set from the mint that he submitted for grading, and he got all the gradings back, and he shows you the grades that he got and stuff. I like videos like that. I like those videos. Frosty puts up quality information. Couldn't have said it better myself, buddy. There's the spreadsheet for the giveaways. There are only two things left on the giveaway, and one of them is a 1921 piece dollar.
Giveaways, bins.
What did I say? Giveaway?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking about Frosty's Mercadime giveaway. Ben on a 2020 piece dollar. That is an amps. I'm gonna see if I can get this horrible camera to focus for just 1 second. It's not going to. But this coin, or commemorative, whatever you want to call it, is in phenomenal condition. I mean, if I do not happen to pass it on to someone else, I am going to have it graded eventually. That's how nice of shape it's in. I've looked at it, and it's very, very, very nice. And the other one was the first American Women's Quarters silver proof set from 2022. My channel just grew 12.5%. Nice. Diane's Cabin. Miss Diane, is there an auction this evening? Tell us. Yes, there is. I see it now. Miss Diane's cabin. Miss Diane is the lovely wife of the lovely Mr. Joe Durbin. The channel name is Joe Durbin, just like it's spelled, JoeDurbin, Joe Durbin. They have auctions every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Monday and Friday it is at 2 p.m. Central, and on Wednesday nights it is 7 p.m. Central. So, about an hour after we're done here, you'll be able to get on there. 32 items, is that what's on the menu? They threw me off last week and give 34 items. There's 32 items. Everything from scent rolls to clad proof quarters, silver proof quarters, that is. I see uncirculated silver quarter from 1961 Denver. 1989 7 baseball silver rounds. Nice. Standing Liberty quarter, a 1919 San Francisco Standing Liberty quarter. That's NGCX. In case you don't know what NGCX is the new grading service that was started by NGC that only has a 1 through 10 grading service, just like baseball cards or comic books or something like that. They're trying to bring a new side of collectors into the grading. So if a sports card collector says 1 through 70 grading scale, how does that make sense? Okay, well, NGC gave you a 1 through 10 grading scale. Makes more sense to the card collector or the comic book collector because they graded 1 through 10. And this 1919 Standing Liberty quarter is 6.5 in a vault box holder. It came from a vault box. You don't know what a vault box is vault box puts together these coins, puts them in a box, seals them, shuffles them up, sells them, so you don't know what you're getting. So it's kind of a cool deal, and then it's coin gambling, kind of like coin gambling, but you can get some amazing things out of those boxes. I think they've had 7 or 8 series of them, yes. But yes, go over and check out the Durbin's auction. 32 fine items this evening. 7 p.m. Central. 7 p.m. Central. 7 p.m. Central on Joe Durbin channel. I was lurking and listening from Joe's speakers. Well, hello, Mr. Joe. Glad to know you folks are listening. Was that you talking earlier, Bass Man? Yeah, it's Bass Man. He talks a lot. He talks a lot when it's just me and him. When it's me, him, and Mr. Kevin, he's all business. Mr. Kevin is traveling to a coin show for Michigan State Numismatic Society. So me and Bass Man decided to hold down and fill our slot to give folks something to do. People look forward to Wednesday nights and hanging out with everybody, so we're giving them somewhere to hang out and folks to talk to. That matte proof nickel that you got from Sea Griller is a grader. It is, but guess where it's going? It's going in my proof nickel Dansco. I just can't bring myself to get it out of there. I may have to send it to somebody else who will open it and then send me the nickel back because I don't know if I can cut it out of there. I'll bring it with me in December in July, and I'll let Bass Man use his pocket knife to cut it out with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look who it is, folks. It's the OG channel member of the channel here. He was the very first channel member ever. Red Silver, everybody. There has been 10 series of Vault Box. Whoa, last I heard it was on like 7 or 8. Wow. I followed the first 4. I didn't get into the Vault Box. You know, I didn't buy the Vault Boxes, but I was really interested in the format they were doing it in. And for them to do something new for the coin collecting community, I thought that was cool. The new grading service, it didn't really explode and take off the way they were hoping it would, and a way some other coin collectors were hoping that it would. But it's still a good idea. And it still did bring collectors from other collecting communities into coin collecting with that 10-point grading scale. And there's a chart out there. I used to have the chart, but I know I don't have it on this computer. Of the way the 10-point scale directly transfers over to the 70-point scale. Like a 6.5 is a AU58 or something like that. That's not what it is, but just an example. Or a 10 is a 70. That's easy. That was the better explanation of it. Don't send it to C. Griller. He does scary thing with coin.
You'll clean it.
It wouldn't have a matte finish on it anymore. It'd be shiny, mirror fields on that matte finish. In case you don't know what the coin stuff I like is talking about, C. Griller Stacker bought a 1994 coin and currency set, the Jefferson coin and currency set from 1994 that had the Philadelphia matte finish proof. It's the only way you could get the nickel was in that set. C. Griller Stacker bought one of those from Mr. Kevin and gifted it to me so I could have the matte proof for my proof nickel collection. And in case you didn't know about that, I'm crazy about proof nickels. I love proof nickels. And so I have a Dansco, and I'm putting all the proof nickels in the Dansco. It's almost a complete list. There's only like 5 or 6 that I don't have. And yeah. And I have so many more proof nickels, I'm going to be making a second Dansco proof nickel collection. That I'll be putting in Zoe's collection. You notice how I was quieter right there because she's right in that doorway right over there. And I didn't want her to hear me. Tiny pretends like he isn't a coin cleaner from way back. Sir, I have never, ever. Well, there was that one time.
It was about a week ago we had a
This is my pocket coin. My pocket coin is a 2009 American Silver Eagle. This is the year that the lovely Miss Zoe was born, and I've carried this for quite a while. And I'd lost it when we moved from. Well, didn't move. Well, you might as well say moved. We spent a year. My son Zach and I spent a year in the Ronald McDonald House, which, if you notice, that's where we're at now, because Zoe is going through some stuff at the Cincinnati Children's Hospital while we're up here this week. And Lala and Zoe spent 2 years here in the Ronald McDonald House. And I got to spend 1 year here in the Ronald McDonald House with them because of all the stuff that was going on with Zoe and all the stuff. Well, when I brought this up in my pocket, I took it out and lost it. I thought maybe it had fell out somewhere. Well, turns out it was in a box with some other boxes, smaller boxes in the box, and this had fell down in the bottom of the big box. Well, I found it. After we left Cincinnati, we moved to Kentucky for a little while, and then we moved back to West Virginia. Well, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, no, it's been about 3 weeks ago, almost a month now, I was going through a box. I was moving boxes, consolidating, putting stuff where stuff goes, and, getting stuff out of closets. Anyway, I found this down in the bottom of the big box when I moved one of the smaller boxes. Anybody knows that when you put boxes inside of boxes, you're going to get that cardboard dust down in the bottom of the box. You just get that cardboard fluff or whatever. This thing had a static charge to it from where it was rolling around in that cardboard box and had dust and stuff all over it. And like a big dummy, I told C. Griller Stacker that I took a paper towel and wiped the dust off of it. And Yoke Fan, now they call me a coin cleaner, which technically is correct. But I didn't dip it or polish it or put it in a rock tumbler or whatever that C. Griller and Yoke Fan do to coins. Well, not so much Yoke Fan, but C. Griller. Not really. But yeah, that's the Tiny pretends he isn't a coin cleaner. Hey, looky there. SF Kim Rush subbed to your channel, says Yoke Fan. Great no content channel. Like Yoke Fans. Nice. Can't wait to see that Proof Nickel album. I'm bringing it in July. I know you're going to be there in July. I'm bringing it in July. Because I told you, whenever we meet up, I'm going to bring it so you can see it. You're the starts of that. You're the starts of that Proof Nickel collection. You told me you ought to get a Dansco, and I kept procrastinating. And the next thing I know, coin stuff I like had a Dansco delivered to the house. You have to start that Proof Nickel collection now. So I started throwing all those Proof Nickels. And see, even though it's my pocket coin, I still hold it by the edges. I could grab it, but I don't. I still hold it by the edges. And when I reach down in my pocket, I even grab it by the edges when I pull it out. I pull it out like this right here out of my pocket. Slide it up out of the pocket. I have noticed it's starting to get some nice pocket polish on it. Fan, I'd say the same thing about my channel when they sub to me. You got a great channel, sir. I'll say it again. Frostbite Coins has a great channel. Nice guy. Very informative. He's got one of those personalities that makes you want to listen to what he has to say. He comes across very well, very well spoken, gets his information and gets it across to you in a very well delivered way, is what I'm saying. Let's see. Yep. I'm certain your Proof Nickel album is unique. No others existing. Yep. Okay, Tiny, I need you to say that to my wife. Give her my number. Tell her to call me and ask. I'll tell her. No, Frosty, you do. I'm not fanboying or anything like that, But yeah, there's channels out there that I really believe in, and you're one of them. Seriously. Like I said, I watch all your videos. I watch like all the people that come in here, coin stuff I like, Sea Griller Stacker, Frostbite Coins, Jack Gallman, Old Raleigh Shop. The folks that come in here, I do watch their videos. I haven't come across a channel yet that comes in here that I didn't like, but there's a couple that stand out, that really stand out to me. And every time I see them, I'll give them every time I'm on a live stream and they come in, I'll tell people they're a good channel. There is the Durbin's auction for this evening. That is the link directly to the auction. And they have 32 fine items in here. 32 fine items on their spreadsheet tonight. Going to be a good. It's a party atmosphere. It's really, really, really good. Mr. Joe and Miss Diane really know how to have a good time while they're doing an auction. Yeah, earlier today, the Wednesday morning talking with Tiny, we had some buy it nows. Mr. Kevin had some colorized Libertads. I believe he still has a couple of those. Let's see, what was on there? It was the 1 AVDP ounce. Well, 28.35 grams of 3/9 fine copper. There's still 4 left available at $10 a piece. 1982 Lincoln Memorial cent, 7-coin cent in the Jim Brilliant uncirculated condition at $15. There are 8 available of those. And are there still some left of the? No, those are gone.
Yeah, your last one and his last one are gone.
Yeah. And I had the 2022. Now, the first American Women's Quarters silver proof set from 2022 that I just pulled out of the mint box at the end of last week from being in the mint box all that time at $50 versus what you'll pay for the women's quarters this year at $95. This is the original women's quarters at $50. And the 2021 piece dollar at $140 versus the 200 and some that you'll pay anywhere else, and that's with free shipping. And it's not for me. Anything I ever sell is always to benefit Zoe.
Those have been prices, not bid.
Yeah, those aren't bid prices. Those are buy it now prices. Sea Griller showed Zoe's labels today if Tiny didn't acquire the coins. Yes, Sea Griller Stacker had a good video about Zoe's and my labels, on some of our favorite labels on our slabs. He's doing a series that's called Fun with Labels. He did a series about the different labels over the years of different coin companies, starting from like the youngest until now. Very cool. And giving you information about the labels. Well, then somebody said you should have people send in pictures of their favorite slabs and with their favorite labels on it, and do some videos on them. So he done one on our stuff, and then he done a giveaway video, and then lo and behold, today there's part 2 of our stuff. So, I mean, he's putting out tiny numismatic content as much as I am. I mean, he's a good guy. No, he's got some very informative videos, and he even he took it a step further. I sent him pictures of slabs with the labels on them. He breaks it down and tells you what's going on the label, when it's coming from, and the stuff about the design on the coin in the slab and the history behind it. The history through coinage is his thing, and that's really cool. That's a different aspect of the coin collecting community, and I like it. Yes, that is important information. Fast man, I've ran my mouth for another hour, my friend.
Yeah, just about.
Just about. You trying to tell me I run my mouth too much?
No.
But I do. I can't help it.
It wouldn't be talking with Tiny if you didn't.
That's true. I'm one of those people, that you don't take around your other friends because I have no filter. And sometimes I get in trouble for, sharing stuff I shouldn't share.
You blessed our daughter with that too.
And I blessed our daughter with that too, Lala says. Yep. No filter. Some people like me for that. Some people hate me for that. But I think everybody should be able to speak their mind anytime they want to. And I am proof of that. Because I do it on a daily basis, whether it gets me in trouble or not. Let's see. There's Sea Griller Stacker's chin. I wonder where Sea Griller Stacker's at. He probably thought since there's no auction tonight over on Coins Making Sense, there's not going to be anything. But I have Bass Man and myself with the evening edition of Talkin with Tiny. Well, folks, I believe. Oh, go ahead.
Here's the link. If I can get it to come up. There we go. That's the link to his newest video.
There we go. Yeah. Those are the Wilma Mankiller in there, the early releases. Wilma Mankiller, that is from the early release party that they done in Cherokee at the Cherokee get together, where the Mint released the Wilma Mankiller quarters in 2022 a week early to the public at that get together, which was really cool. And if you don't know who Wilma Mankiller is, she's the first female principal chief of the Cherokee Nation. Very, very impressive. And with a name like Mankiller, you just knew she was going to grow up to be important. I actually have somebody that went to the ceremony where they released those quarters. You could buy a roll of those quarters from the Mint, trade $10 for a roll of those quarters at that release or at that ceremony. And they took them to a local post office and got it stamped, got it counter stamped with the date and the year on it on the stamp, and sent them to Zoe. So Zoe has a set of those quarters still in the mint rolls. And both ends are toned up, crazy looking from where they've been in a cedar box. They've been in a cedar box. It's a humidor. There's no humidor parts to it like a little box humidor has a thing that you put in there that you put moisture in it. Well, I took all that stuff out and just used the box to put just put the quarters and rolls in the box. How dare you forget who? Was it you, Red Silver? Don't tell me it was you. I'm waiting. I got to know if it was Red Silver. Because I found those whenever we got stuff from our old house the other day. I got some more coin stuff from the old house. And that was one of the things that I found in the coin stuff was that roll of Wilma Mankillers. I hope it's Red Silver so I can thank him again. And MS66, only 13 were graded. Was that you? I'm not going anywhere until I find out if it was Red Silver or not. And if it was you, I'm sorry I didn't remember because I've had over 35 concussions, closer to 45. And I can barely remember my name. My memory was bad before all the shots to the head, but after the shots to the head, it really got bad. If you look up that cert number, it will show only 13 as early resale. It must have been. Oh my gosh. You're kidding me. Awesome. Found out who sent me those Wilma Mankiller, that Wilma Mankiller roll to Zoe. It was Red Silver, the OG channel member. Nice. Thank you again, Red Silver. I know I done a video on it, and I didn't look up the video yet because I was actually going to do another video on that roll of quarters as kind of a look back on that roll of quarters to show how they had toned up and stuff. So now I know who gave them to us. Well, to Zoe. Very cool. Thank you, Red Silver. Awesome.
Okay. Well,
nice.
I posted the Durban auction link again. That'll take you straight to their auction. So go out there and take a look at what they got. And come back Monday and we're not going to be here Friday, but come back Monday because I think Kevin is going to show us something special.
Yes, he is.
And so you want to see this.
And it's all Streaka's fault.
Yeah. Yeah, Streaka started this. But it is awesome to see. So come back Monday and see this. So and have a good weekend since we're not going to be back Friday. So have a good weekend. Like I say, do something nice for somebody, make them wonder what you're up to.
Absolutely.
So, all right. Until we see you Monday, I'm wishing I was fishing. Bye.
I liked it what you said better earlier today. You said in here in the chat, I'm wishing I was fishing.
Mm-hmm.
But over in the over in the comment section, he put wishing I was sleeping. The man hasn't slept in 3 days. He's got medicine to take care of his headache, migraine. The man doesn't get headaches. He gets migraines that would kill a mule and 3 small rabbits. Okay. I don't know where the 3 small rabbits came from. But anyway, he gets these massive migraines and he won't take the medicine that he's got to take care of them. Take the medicine. Anyway, will you do me a favor and put up the spreadsheet one more time? Our spreadsheet.
Ours?
Yes, sir. If anyone would like either of the buy it now items that I still have left on the spreadsheet, you can contact me. My email address, if this window is the spreadsheet, down here on the bottom of the spreadsheet is my email information. Free shipping on the last 2 items, well, free shipping on all our items, whether it's a buy it now or a buy it now or an auction item. It's always free shipping with us. So
the first 2 tiny items are available.
Yes, the first 2 on the list are still available. If anyone would like those, or one of them, or both of them, just let us know. Like I said, it doesn't benefit me. It benefits Zoe. It benefits the lovely Zoe. Big stuff coming up, and it's going to take some stuff to do what she needs. So you guys have a good day. Like Bassman said, we are not here on Friday at 11 a.m. We will be traveling. Once again, we traveled on Monday, and we're traveling again on Friday. We're going to be home Sunday, so I will be here Monday with Bassman and Mr. Kevin. You guys have a good evening. Have a good weekend. I love each and every one of you, and I hope this finds you guys safe and healthy. And you guys don't forget to check that pocket change, because you never know what you got in your pocket until you look.